Take advantage of the Boxing King media discount at Byd Sheffield. You can get this amazing car for £269 per month with a £269 deposit. Details in the description.
Boxing King Media, powered by BYD. Dave Coldwell, another night commentary on the Zone. Seen an interesting fight night. One of those, I remember you back in the day as a promoter where you've had fighters pull out and then you're thinking, shit, I'm going to be burning some serious dough tonight. And he's probably had that experience, but the gamble paid off. Great show.
Yeah, listen, as a promoter, like you say, I've been there, I've had that myself, where everything just falls apart last minute and you think, oh my God. And there's a voice screaming at you saying, pull the show. But you know, there's other fighters that have been preparing. It's like just as the first show after Christmas. So there's fighters that have sacrificed Christmas, that are skint, that you know, that need to fight and also want the career progressing. So you keep the show on and then you hope that you can get away with it with a half decent show. I thought tonight delivered. I thought we had two outstanding prospects that looked really good, gave us a highlight reel knockouts. In Ed Hardy and Taz Nadeem. That's what you want with your young prospects. I think the main two fighters, both Shaqs, delivered because they could have been in potential banana skins. Not in terms of losing, but in terms of fights getting scrappy or untidy. But they did the job and they went and got rid of the guys. So all in all, I think it was good and I enjoyed working it.
It was. A big talking point on the card was Dante Dixon, who you've known for years. It was a bit weird. It was like if you thought it was like as if he came back at 35 years old, but really he's 24 years old and just lost weight.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Dante is a class talent, but boxing needs more than a class talent if you're going to make it. It needs now to. I was saying on commentary, I was hoping that tonight he falls back in love with boxing and with fighting. And in the ring, as the rounds were going on, you could see the smile on his face and he was enjoying it. And then going back to the corner at the end of the fight, beaming smile, he was happy, he was enjoying it. Reminded him of his good times. And that's what we need. We need him to get on a roll because he's a serious prospect. He needs to get himself in shape. He needs to be consistent. I live my life on consistency. You need consistency to achieve anything, to do anything, to have happiness, to have success, whatever your term of success is. You need to be consistent in what you're doing. He needs to be consistent in his training and his life to make it work for boxing. I said to him at the end when he come over into the chat, I said, listen, I don't want in 5 years' time us talking about you as that, whatever happened to Dante Dixon? What happens? What a waste of talent. He's got so much talent.
Let's hope he takes all that good advice on. Mataz and Nadeem, like, obviously he's a raw talent. How far do you think he can get? He has obviously got crazy power, but how can we judge that power on obviously the level of the opponents? Because you predicted the first round knockout, didn't you?
I did. I said to be a first round knockout, and I knew it was. See who was fighting. I knew it was going to be a first round knockout. It's hard to say. He's had one fight where he went the distance and he was blowing a little bit because he's loading up 10. When you're boxing at this level, you can get away with a lot of things. You don't really know what your engine is like. I know he's muscle bound, but it's CrossFitting, so people say, "Oh, CrossFit." It's a different sport. It is a different sport. I'm not saying he ain't got an engine. All I'm saying is that we don't know. Power. I've seen fighters knocking out you got to remember, I've been in boxing 34 years. So I've seen a lot of prospects, big punchers, knocking everybody's spark out at journeyman level. Then they step up, and all of a sudden the power's not as big. Or it carries up through British level, knocking everybody out, British titles. Then they go into world level, and the power ain't the same. So you've got to see it and judge it as it goes along. You can't predict it. But he's exciting. He's very raw. He's got a lot to learn. Defensively, he's going to have a lot to learn as well. But it's going to be fun watching him develop. And what he needs to do, he needs to get around the gyms sparring with as many top-class fighters as possible. You know, increase and develop and increase his ring IQ.
And just away from this show tonight, Dave, I'll be honest, right now, I don't know what's happening, whether Canelo's fighting Jake Paul or if he's got a full fight deal. It's madness. Like, I've got no idea what's going on. But I think the last news was that Turkey's come out and said he's got a full fight deal. He ain't getting nowhere.
Yeah.
What do you make of it all?
Listen, I respect Jake Paul for what he's done. And the space that he's created, money that he's earned himself. He obviously is a grafter, he understands what he's doing. But Jake Paul hasn't beaten anybody in the world of professional boxing. So he can't warrant a fight with Canelo. So when I'm seeing Canelo versus Jake Paul, I'm thinking, in all honesty, that's a shit stain on the sport of boxing. That is awful. I understand why it's happening because of the money. Generates 250 million. Yeah, I understand why it's happening. I'm not an idiot. I understand why it's happening. But that doesn't stop the fact that it'd be a shit stain on the sport. Canelo fighting Jake Paul. Now Turkey swooped in and Riyadh Seedon has swooped in, saved the day, transfer deadline day signing. That's not happening. Good. And we get to see, hopefully we get to see some real fights. Hopefully, I mean, I don't expect much from May if they're doing Crawford in September. So, Crawford September, although it's a mad fight, I'm actually excited about that because it's Crawford. Because of his IQ, because of his feet, because of his intelligence and awareness, ring generalship. And because Canelo doesn't throw punches in bunches, doesn't throw volume, waiting. Somebody like Crawford will know where he's going 2 steps previous. And so I could see him picking him off and just boxing him. He's not going to go in there looking to blast and stand. He's not an idiot. So I could see him beating him, boxing him. I'm not saying he's going to, but I can see it. So therefore I'm excited about that fight because even though it's crazy, it's like there's a reason why we have weight divisions. Sometimes there's an exception to the rule. And I think this could be it.
I'll look forward to it. It definitely does look like a fascinating time coming up. You're a former fighter, I've got to ask you a quick question. Does he pull the clock back one more time? Does Derek Chisora beat Otto Wallin tomorrow? Because nobody's picking him to win.
I know. You see, southpaw mover is the worst style you can have for Derek.
Can I just say, before you answer that question, the last 2 southpaws he's fought, Alexander Usyk gave him one of his hardest fights, some say he won, and Spilsky sparked out.
Yeah, well, with Spilka, this is what I was going to say to you. With Spilka, I said to him, I want just get your feet in position, go downstairs first, then go up top.
Did you train?
Yeah, and that's what he did, and it's spectacular. That's what I think he's got to do tomorrow. Just go downstairs, cut his exits off, whack away downstairs, club him. He's got heavy hands, club him downstairs, and then switch it off upstairs. If he's just swinging for the top right from the start, it's a difficult night. But with Wallin as well, it's a bit of an enigma as well because sometimes it can look like he's just not interested at all, or other times he turns up, you know. And which Wallin is it going to be? The emotions for Derek coming out is I know it's not his last fight, but it's his last fight in the UK, so it's going to be an emotional night for him. I just hope that he gets the fairy tale ending that he wants.
Does he though? He's going to predict.
It's his last fight over here. I'm going to say Derek's going to spark him out.
Yeah.
So.
And then as a trainer, just give us a bit of an idea of this 18-foot ring that they've picked. Does that really make much of a difference?
Oh yeah. The smaller the ring, the better it is for Derek. It's simple facts, that's it. Can trap him, easy to shut him down, cut his exits out. If it's a 24 foot, 22, the bigger the ring it is, the more room that Wallin's got, the more time and distance he's got between himself and Derek and seeing the attacks. Whereas it takes 1 step, 2 steps back, he's on the ropes. You know, it makes it more harder work for him, easier for Derek. So if they've got an 18-foot ring, that's like a good tick in the box.
Derek Chisora's former trainer is picking Derek to pull back the time and spark out Otto Wallin tomorrow. Let's see if you're right, Dave. Are you there tomorrow?
I don't know yet. see how I am. I've had a long hard week, to be honest.
Hopefully you're there and we'll catch you tomorrow for the post-fight reaction. But cheers for your time, Dave, and that's it really. Speak to you tomorrow, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I got a question for you. Where can discipline take you? Discipline points you towards your goals.